Hi there, I'm Clio and I have a dog that I love very, very much. And one of my favorite ways to share that love with her is by making her homemade food. Now, the recipe I'm about to share with you is vet approved. However, I am not a vet. I am a certified human nutritionist, but not a dog nutritionist. So I just want you to keep that in mind. All of the ingredients and measurements have been pre-approved by her vet. However, of course, all dogs are different, just as human beings are, so their needs will vary. So your dog may not react well to a certain ingredient in here, or will need a little bit more or less of a certain ingredient. But this is what I do from Meadow. But that's it for the preamble. Let's get into it. Step one is making some rice or grains of some sort for your dog, unless they're on a grain-free diet, of course. For Meadow, she really likes rice. Brown rice has more fiber, but white rice is easier to digest and also faster to make. So tonight I'm measuring out 2 cups of dried white rice for her. And of course, once this is cooked, it's going to become 4 cups of cooked rice. The rice is thoroughly rinsed now, so I'll be adding it to the pot. And now add 4 cups of water and bring it to a boil. While we wait for the rice to come to a boil, let's get working on the meat. So for Meadow, I really like to use ground beef, as much fat content in there as I can, and then beef liver because it is an excellent source of many vitamins and minerals that isn't present in the just regular ground beef. Organ meats are the healthiest meats. For cooking in the meat, I use duck fat because it has a really high smoke point. It's better to use than olive oil, let's say, which I like to add in after the fact, which you'll see later. Before I heat up the pan with duck fat, I'm going to chop up the liver into tiny, tiny little pieces. It's helpful to do this while it's still a little bit frozen. You can do it when it's fully thawed out, but it is quite slimy and harder to cut once it's been thawed out. It's basically mush at this point. I'm heating up the pan now with the little dollop of duck fat, and as soon as it's fully melted, I'll be adding in the ground beef and the liver. Doesn't that just look divine? All right, so it's on pretty low. Just gonna do a low and slow cook of this while the rice is being cooked. And I'm also going to boil some water for some veggies. Now that the meat is evenly distributed throughout the pan, I'm going to be adding some dog-friendly herbs and spices. First up is turmeric, and I really go ham with this personally. It's such a great anti-inflammatory and just has so many health benefits. Okay, so the rice has now come to a boil, so I'm just gonna stir it up, cover, let it simmer for 15 or so minutes. While that's happening, I'm now going to be adding black pepper. As you can see, I coated this all in turmeric. Adding black pepper just really helps elevate the benefits of the turmeric. Black pepper and turmeric are a great pairing because they really increase the other one's potency. I don't go nearly as crazy with the black pepper though as I do with the turmeric. You really don't need a whole lot. Next up is cilantro. I'm just gonna add a tiny little bit. I don't want it to be, too flavorful or anything, but apparently it really helps with digestive health. Same goes for the oregano and rosemary. The rosemary, actually, I've read, is a natural flea repellent too, so that's kind of a fun added bonus. All right, and that's all the herbs and spices. We're just gonna mix it up, make sure it's all evenly coated. The water is coming to a boil now, so I'm going to be adding 2 cups of mixed peas and carrots in here. The reason I'm cooking them separately is just because I want to mash them a little bit before adding it to the rest of the food. All right, the rice is now done. So I'm gonna uncover it so it can cool a little bit. We have this very sad looking bunch of spinach. It's not gone bad or anything, it's just on its last legs. So this is kind of the perfect opportunity to use it. I'm just gonna give it a wash, tear it up, and add it in with the meat. I've now mixed in the spinach with the beef, and next I'll be straining the peas and carrots and mashing them up before I add them in with that mixture. All right, I'm gonna call that good. It's not as if it has to be a perfect puree. Add in this now to the beef and spinach mixture. Meadow smells what's going on in here, so she has decided to pay a visit. Does it smell yummy? All right, now I'm gonna mix that up. Look how vibrant and beautiful that pea and carrot mixture is. Now it's time to add the rice. Okay, it's pretty evenly mixed now, so I'm just gonna let it cool and then we'll serve it up. To ensure that she gets the perfect amount of food each time, it's nice to use a scale. So here's her bowl, and we're gonna tare it, of course, so that it's back to 0. So per meal, she gets about 12 ounces of food. I went a little bit over there. There we go. And it's at this stage that I like to add in a little bit of olive oil, just for some extra healthy fats. This would also be a great time to add in salmon oil instead of olive oil. We just don't have any right now. Mix it up. And for digestive health, probiotics are always a good idea. I give her kefir, and make sure for dogs, it's always plain and unsweetened. You don't want to be giving your dog sugar. And she has been consuming kefir for a while now, so she can handle quite a bit. And she's actually right under the table here, poking her nose up. I just like to top her food off with that. Dinovite, I know, is also a really great source of probiotics for dogs. As far as I know, you can really do either or. So I just double checked, it's the perfect temperature for her now, so let's serve it up and see her reaction. All right, little Mama Mia, here you go. Eat up. What do you think? Well, Meadow didn't want to come out from her magical spot behind the Christmas tree. It's like a Narnia back there for her. She's also actively looking away from the camera for some reason. She's not normally so camera shy. It's like she knows this video is about her or something and is feeling extra insecure. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching and hanging out at Chez Clio. I really hope you enjoyed the video and that it's helpful and that your pup really likes the recipe. Of course, this is not the one and only homemade dog food recipe to follow, but it is the one that she loves the most, and it's honestly just so easy and fast to make. No judgment, of course, if you feed your dog kibble or do some sort of different diet for your dog. I just wanted to share with the world what I make for her and how much she loves it. That's all from us today. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you in next week's video. Bye!